What up, YouTube Alayaks? Come back at you with some more custom StarCraft 2 content. If you're seeing this in the month of December, I am on vacation and probably freezing my ass off on a mountain somewhere. So, for the month of December, we are going to be watching games from my live stream covering the Custom Scion Races Skirmish. So, it won't be my typical casting fashion. This will be more of live action casting. So, without further ado, happy holidays and enjoy. Best of 3 series. So here we go. Game number 1. Spawning on the bottom right hand side of the map, it's our teal Chiron player, the Reaper, going up against his opponent, spawning on the top left hand side of the map. Our red Protoss player, Xiaomech. We'll see how this goes. This is a vanilla StarCraft 2 race versus a Custom Scion race. Okay, Solstice, thank you. Moving forward, I'll go ahead and experiment with the 60 FPS at the 6K bit rate. The last time I did a stream, it was with a virtual card game, so I didn't have to worry too much about the frame rate. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with it today. I'll bother with it after the series. And here we go. Oh, I love this. I love this skin on the probe. I think this is like the ancient something skin. I can't remember. I think I actually have this skin. So we have what is going to be the gateway coming down. We have a simulator coming down. I almost said forge. So this, I wanted to say this probe is moving in a very sussy manner, but it looks like he's actually going for the scout. For a second, I thought maybe we were going to see some sort of proxy, and we have what is going to be the edifice being placed in the natural base location. So it looks like the Reaper is going to go for a wall in the natural base location. Here we go. These players immediately knew what was up, going to attack each other. So the one difference between the Chiron and the Protoss, I mean, not the one difference, but a big difference is, even though it looks like they're warping in their units, they have to actually physically build their structures. So this converter potentially going to go down, and it does. Xiaomech being a pain in the Reaper's ass, bro. Oh my god. And here we go. We have another converter coming down. Taking a look at the chat as well. So you're saying there's a slight bias for wide paths over the absolute shortest path. Oh, I see. It's weird pathing. Gotcha. So that's why he was going in that sweeping motion while he was going down to send over the scout. And we have what is going to be the probe. Potentially almost going down, but able to run away. We have that converter really trying to do some work, but ultimately that probe will survive. We have what is going to be an expansion coming down for Xiaomech as well. Taking a look at what he's got going on, he's researching Warp Gate. We have what is going to be an Adept already finished, and it looks like shading over to the Chiron side of the map. Taking a look, we have what is going to be 2 Volts, though, and the Volts do move pretty quickly. So we'll see. We'll see what this single Adept can do. I feel like with good micro, this Adept could still do some serious damage. But with the two Volts, the Reaper should be fine. We have what is also going to be a Foundry. The Foundry will allow Umbras to be built. And here we go. We have the Adept with 1 kill already. And here we go. The second Volt going down. And now we have these workers that are going to be in serious trouble. 2 workers killed this game so far. And we have the Volts again going to go down. That's the 3rd Volt going down. We have now what is a Pulsar, though. The Pulsar will be able to clean this up, but the Adept still has potential to be microed to the main base, and we have the Shade. Not fast enough, though. That Adept will go down. We don't have any units on the Protoss side of the map, any Chiron units on the Protoss side of the map. 2 workers killed so far in this game, so nothing too crazy. And here we go. We have the Ancient Skin. The Ancient Skin Stalker. I think it's like the Ancient Skin. I can't remember what this is called, but I know I have it, and it's bothering me that I don't remember what it's called. And now we have what is going to be the Echo flying towards the Protoss side of the map. The Echo will be able to slow down the mining time for the Protoss. And here we go. The Echo, what is he going to do with this thing? We also have a Pulsar and a Volt, and I think another Pulsar? No, another Volt as well. So we have 3 Chiron units, and here we go. We have the Pulsar slowing down the mining time for the Protoss, or the Echo. What am I saying? The Echo. Yeah, the Volts, they have powers in numbers. So the Volts they can move pretty quick and they can shoot up and down, but against the Adepts do extra damage to them, I believe. So yeah, the Adepts, the Volt is not a great answer to the Adepts, but I've seen games where the Volt was the only unit built by the Chiron and the Chiron won. So it's pretty crazy what they can do. And here we go, we have the Stalker, but the Stalker can't see this until the Observer comes in, because when this Echo throws down that ability, he cloaks. And I believe that is from some research. This is an upgrade. And it's cloaked the whole time. There's no energy involved, but we do have the Observer. That Echo will go down. Taking a look at what the Chiron's doing, he's throwing down a third base. We have also a third base coming down for Xiaomec. So both of these players, honestly, pretty evenly matched. Taking a look at the workers killed, 2 workers killed to 3. Worker supply is also virtually even, 47 to 44. Army supply, though, is in favor of Xiaomec at 12 versus 4 army supply. But keep in mind, the Chiron did lose some units. He lost Pulsar and he lost some Volts, and he did lose that Echo. So for a while, it was a very even game. I mean, it still is, and we have what is going to be 2 Pariahs. We have the Umbra, which is cloaked, and we have what is the Volt as well. So we have some good unit diversity from our teal Chiron player. I almost said blue. And we have a decent amount of Stalkers as well. Taking a look at the upgrades, and yes, we do have Blink. So the Stalkers do have Blink. They will have a lot more micro capabilities now that Blink is finished. Let's see what we have. We also have Zealot Charge on the way. So we will have Charge and Blink. I wonder if we're going to see DTs. I don't know for sure. I know the detection options can be kind of rough for the Chiron if you haven't played them before. So that's something to keep in mind as well. It does look like the Reaper knows what he's doing with the Chiron, so he probably knows what his detection options are. And here we go. We do have the Blink, but I think this is enough Stalkers to deal with this teal Chiron army. But it looks like Xiaomec is being very careful not to lose anything. He's being very cost-effective. Taking a look at the resources lost, 1,800 resources lost by the Reaper to 625 resources lost by Xiaomec. So Xiaomec is having some great control this game. And here we go. We have what is going to be an engagement in the middle of the map, but we have more Stalkers coming in to reinforce this position. We do have the Oculus vision right here. So the Oculus is a detection structure, and it's also like a scouting structure. So that vision will be on the map indefinitely until the Oculus is killed. But great engagement by Xiaomec right here, taking out the majority of the Chiron army. And we have what is going to be, it looks like, I think, more Stalkers on the way to come reinforce this Stalker army at the Chiron side of the map. But these Stalkers, there's only 5 of them left. So they may have to blink back to the main army. But these Stalkers are here and in the vision of this Oculus. So the Reaper, he knows exactly what's going on, at least in the middle side of the map, on the middle side of the map. And we do have the Observer as well, so they will be able to detect these cloaked Umbras, which are no longer cloaked. The Umbras have great DPS, but this is just too many Stalkers, man. Taking a look at the workers killed, though. Not a lot of workers killed yet, to be honest. Taking a look at the resources lost. 5,000 resources lost to 2,000 in favor of our red Protoss player. Another Umbra going down. We had the evacuation of the converters from the third base, and now this third base is as good as dead. The Reaper throwing out the GGs, giving Xiaomec the first victory of our best of 3 series. So we have 2 more games. Xiaomec winning the first one. We'll see if he plays Protoss. And here we go, spawning on the top left-hand side of the map. It's our teal Chiron player, the Reaper, going up against Xiaomec, spawning on the bottom right-hand side of the map, playing the red Chiron. This is game number 2 of 3 in our best of 3 series. And since this is the skirmish, as far as I've been told at least, even if player wins 2 rounds, we still go ahead and play the 3rd round. So we are going to see 3 games no matter what, if I'm not mistaken, and I accidentally minimized chat. So let me go ahead and bring that back up real quick. Might see a bit of a lag spike, and now we're back. Okay, so we have what is going to be the Reaper throwing down an edifice at the natural base location. What is our Chiron player up to? So we have what is going to be an edifice coming down in the main base for Xiaomec, and Xiaomec is sending over a scout immediately after this. The Reaper not throwing down a scout just yet. I do expect he probably will throw down a scout after this edifice is finished, but based on the positioning of this edifice, I'm assuming he's going to be going for an early expansion, but it doesn't mean that Xiaomek is not. And Xiaomek, he is going to his natural base location. So both of these players, excuse me, looking like they're going to be expanding pretty soon. This edifice does go down though, so Xiaomek trying to do some harassment, but not before the edifice is finished. And now we have quite a bit of converters running around on the Reaper side of the map, but this converter is just about halfway dead, but he's starting to regenerate some health. And here we go. We have what is going to be another hit on this converter. So we'll see. It looks like Xiaomek may decide to run this thing away. He will see what is going on the teal side of the map, taking a look at what the red player is up to. He already has a vault on the way. We have what is going to be a sanctum on the way behind this. So he is starting to tech up. He has the one edifice as opposed to what is, oh no, never mind. This is also a sanctum. So don't listen to me. So both players playing virtually identical. And what do we have here? We have a conduit. Oh, so this is one thing that's really cool about the Chiron. Their flying structures are actually flying. So this this will allow them to build some flying units, but this is actually being built over nothing. This thing is physically floating. It is so cool, super unique. Man, that's like one of my favorite things about the Chiron is the fact that they can they can build their flying structures as actual flying structures. It is so sick. Here we go. We have 2 volts versus 1 volt. Will force Xiaomek to retreat. So the Reaper is chilling, taking a look at the worker supply. It's in favor of Xiaomek by 3. 26 worker supply, now 27 worker supply to 23. But this Volt scouting around, we'll see that there's no third base just yet. Taking a look at what he is up to, we have what is going to be a Pulsar being built. I believe that is from the Sanctum. Now, the Pulsar is really cool. I didn't have much time to talk about it, but it has like a short-range laser ability. So as long as you're within range and it's walking, it can keep attacking while it's moving. It is super cool. And here we go. We have the Echo, which did come from this this conduit right here. So we have what is potentially going to be some harassment. It's really unique harassment, though. He's not going to kill any workers, but as long as this Echo remains alive, this mineral line will potentially be slowed, and it also moves really quickly. So this will allow our teal Chiron player to get some scouting, and also this ability right here, you see this little shade. So if this Echo gets attacked, he can warp right back in towards this this little shade and run away. So we may see that. So let's see if he does that. So he's got to run away, probably pull this thing to the right side of the mineral line. And actually, no, it looks like Xiaomek is not bothering with this. He's potentially going to go for an attack, but there's no harassment coming out from Xiaomek. So we'll see. Oh, and here we go. This is why. Now we have the upgrade. So this Echo is now permanently cloaked until Xiaomek can get some detection. That would be through the conduit, and I can't remember the unit, but it's like a unit that picks things up. Solstice, what's that detection unit? It's not the Purifier, is it? I see you posted that in chat a little bit ago. What was that unit? Whatever. Well, we'll see it potentially. We do have this Reaper though. Or not Reaper, what am I saying? this Echo from the Reaper chilling at this mineral line, and this is really going to slow down the mining time for Xiaomek. And we have another Echo at the third base location as well. So we've seen, oh, the Crux. Thank you, Solstice. Okay, so we are waiting for we're waiting for some detection from Xiaomek, but the Oculus, yeah, I would say that's also the best response, because the Oculus is a detection structure. All he has to do is build it next to his mineral line, and he's safe. It's not like these Echoes do damage necessarily. They do severe economic damage if you're not prepared, and this is a really crazy move from the Reaper, man. This is rough. Xiaomek is going to have such a hard time getting his economy up and running until he gets those Echoes taken care of. But we do have the Crux, so we will have some detection here from our red Chiron player. Man, I need a sip of coffee, dude. I'm still falling asleep, and I had a full night's sleep, man. It's this food coma. Okay, and we're back. We're back. Here we go. We have one Umbra and 2 Pulsars being built. And we have this Crux just chilling, waiting to do some... oh, here we go. We have a Stratus. But the thing is, the Stratus does not have detection. You need an Oculus. So this is anti-air static defense, but it does not detect. And this is a common mistake I've seen from people who do not have a lot of experience with the Custom Scion Races mod. But there we go. We have the Crux detecting that Echo and ultimately getting it shut down. We also have what is a single Volt right here trying to do some damage at the 3rd base location, but we have what is going to be a big army. And taking a look at the army supply, it's really not that bad. We have 43 army supply to 44, so virtually even. Worker supply is way in favor of Xiaomech, though, 62 to 46. So despite having his economy slowed down by those Echoes, he is still chilling, and that is likely because he has almost a 20 worker supply lead. And here we go. We have what is going to be the Reaper getting trapped in the natural base location, forced to retreat, but losing so many units. Taking a look at the resources lost, 2,000 resources lost to 1,200. The Reaper being forced to retreat. And here we go. Now we suddenly have a big lead in army supply for our red Chiron player. We have what is 49 army supply to 25, and we have what is going to be a big counterattack coming in from our red Chiron player as well. We do have a lot of Umbras, and the Umbras are good. They're good at flanking units with that cloak ability, but this is a big army, and the army supply is catching up, though, for the Reaper. We're now at 44 army supply to 55. We don't have any sort of static defense, though, so this is going to be a pure army chaos. And we have what is going to be another flank, but this time from the Reaper. I don't know if this is enough, though. It looks like the Reaper is forced to retreat. And now we have what is going to be actually a pretty close engagement. For a second, I thought red had it in the bag, but not necessarily. Now it's looking like it's slowly starting to tip into Xiaomech's favor. We do have another warp in of Umbras, though. So it's possible Xiaomech is overextending himself here just a little bit. And here we go. We have the Umbras. It looks like cleaning up the red Chiron army, but this is really close. I still think actually Xiaomech is going to survive just barely. Taking a look at the resources lost, 6,800 resources lost to 4,600 in favor of our red Chiron player. Taking a look at the workers killed, only 2 workers killed so far, and that was by Xiaomech. So both players are on 3 bases, but throwing down their 3rd bases. This 3rd base is done, but not quite saturated. This 3rd base is just now being placed. So Xiaomech will potentially have a slight economic lead going into, I want to say, what is the mid-game at this point. We're almost at 10 minutes in. Both players are chilling. Nobody's explicitly winning yet. But I do want to say that Xiaomech is potentially in the lead in this game. I mean, he does have more of an army supply, but not that crazy. But his army supply, 67 to 15. So if he attacks now, the Reaper is going to be in a lot of trouble. And here we go. The 3rd base is going to potentially go down. The Reaper throwing out the GG, giving the victory to Xiaomech. And did Xiaomech win the last game? I already forgot. I think he did, right? So anyway, that is game number 2. All right, you guys, that is the live stream cast for today. If you enjoyed what you saw, please consider shooting me a like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you want me to cast any of your own custom StarCraft 2 games, I will leave my email and Discord in the description below. And I'll see you guys on the next one.